We're back. It's hard to believe we were complaining that it was going to be a month until the next shipment, or I should say our first shipment, really. And then there it was. So it's pretty exciting. Hey everybody, this is Chris, aka Spider1A.
And Jennifer.
And we're here to build the Ecto-1 again. This is so exciting. So the other day I was driving home and sitting outside the front door was a brown box, and I had a feeling that's what it was going to be. Ironically, Eaglemoss sent it and sent me tracking information, but it kept saying, sorry, there's no tracking. So I never knew when it was going to come, and then there it was. So what I did is I opened the box and I took out all of the contents to make sure everything was there. And sure enough, we got 4 stages this time with 4 sets of parts, which is really cool. We're in the introductory package. From last time, we only had the 2. There's also 1 magazine with a bunch of information and our instructions. And then of course we have a binder which came for free with this set. Later we'll have to buy them, but it's to hold the magazines, and we'll talk about that later. So what I did is I essentially opened up each package individually and made sure that all the parts and pieces were there and nothing looked broken, which is something they always tell you to do with these things because sometimes they're a little bit screwy. And everything was there, so I think we're ready to go. However, in the next episode, we have something kind of exciting, and I'm going to let Jen talk about it.
Yeah, this is really exciting. So I had an artist commission a caricature for us to commemorate our build, and in the next edition of this, we are going to talk about it and present it so that everyone can see.
That is really, really cool. I can't wait to share it. Maybe we can use it as our sort of mascot or as our sort of showcase for our series, which is exciting. Jennifer also got us these Ghostbuster shirts, so we can do this in style. That's it, right? All right, let's get into building, shall we? So unlike the first introductory package, where we got 1 issue per stage, this one's just going to be 1 issue, you know, a month. So that's not bad. All right, shall we? Stage 3, bumper and fog lights. In this phase, you will continue to build the front face of the Ecto-1, this time assembling and fitting... you think? This time assembling and fitting the front bumper and fog lights. Be funny if it... This time you will continue to build the A-Team van. Wait, what?
Okay, so we need this part.
This is our original one here.
This is what we need first.
Okay.
Yep.
And here is... Now, an interesting thing. Here is our stuff from last time. Notice that the license plate is a little bit off-center. See how it's not perfectly? People were complaining about that. But if you watch the movie, that's the way when the door opens up and the car is first revealed, the license plate is angled like this at a weird angle, so it actually looks like it's cut off like that.
I see.
So believe it or not, that is on purpose, which I find hilarious because that is something I would go, oh, mine's not on right either, mine's off center. Here, that's exactly, they did that on purpose, so it would match the movie. I think Mike Lane actually sells ones that don't cut off like that and they're perfectly even, in case that bothers you. Does that bother you?
Doesn't bother me.
Okay, well then we're good. It doesn't bother me either. I'd rather have it a little more maybe accurate. We've got this. It's nice. I love that chrome.
I do too.
I know we've mentioned this before, but I just adore that chrome. Okay, and now what happens? This goes in there. Just fits in there. Oh. Yeah, that's easy. Hard to see. There. Actually, there, look at that.
Perfect.
Left.
Fog light.
Fog light. It just sits in there? Must just sit in there.
It is, yes.
Oh, I see. There's little tabs. We'll have to get...
Left one.
Oh, look at that. It looks like I'm coming to take over the planet. Okay. So left 1. There we go. Look at that. God, that's cool.
That is very cool.
All right.
Here's L2.
L2 goes right in here. Right in here. Oof.
Hold on.
Hold on.
It's moving.
I need to make some.
There we go.
Done? So there is 1 fog lamp. It's funny, you try to be careful and you still get these little surface on the chrome surface marks. What are you going to do? I mean, geez, oh man. Okay, So now I need the other one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so this is the right one. And then we take our one. So see, so that piece sits in there. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to hold it with my thumb.
You got that. Because
it seems to work better that way, so it doesn't slide around.
Good idea.
So that's a free tip.
Those screws are a pain. How many times are we going to say that throughout this build? We're on our second episode and we're already complaining about the screws.
I know, it's the bane of my existence at this point.
We better pace ourselves or else we're going to get burned down next week.
My goodness.
I need the other one. You want me to do this one? Free tip.
Free tip.
If you want to hold the entire bag, all you have to do is be a dork like this. There we go.
Here's the right two.
Right?
Right. Perfect.
So we've got our two fog lamps.
No, we have
Going to assemble that first. Okay. DP screws. Oh no. Okay. What didn't I do? What has it been, 7 hours so far? All right, so there are our fog lamps attached to the bumper with the license plate. That's pretty cool. I really see how big that's going to be. All right, so we're done with this, correct? And we're done with this. So now we need our other piece, which is wrapped up here. So this is from last time. And then that wraps around it. Oh, look at that.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, when you start, this is fun. All right. Look at that. Look at that.
It's exciting to see it come together.
Look at that. That's so cool. And that's it. So we are done with stage 3. Now we move on to stage 4.
Nice.
There we go. Got it. Got a close-up of it on the camera, but I mean the fact that look, it says Firestone. It actually has the pressure and the weight and everything on it. Look at that. Both sides. Okay. Fitting the outer wheel to the tire. Locate the outer wheel and fit it into the center of the left front tire.
There you go.
Hey, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Turn this over and place the inner wheel so that the 3 screw holes in the outer inner wheels meet and secure them together. That's this. And then we have these. Is that right? It's out like that? Okay. And then this. That also goes in. Okay. 3 CM screws. That's a big tire for. All this stuff just gives you a little bit of scope on the scale of the final product. It's pretty neat. Who knew this was going to be the hardest part of our day?
Yeah, it looked like the easiest.
Yeah, right? It's just warped and funky enough that it won't sit perfectly. You have to force the screws to move it into place. There.
There you go.
It's cool, but damn. Okay. Yeah, so there's the assembled tire, which is pretty sweet. And then in here for later is the, was it hubcap? And then look at that detail on that little cap there. Wow, that's cool. But if you look here in the magazine, it doesn't say that we're supposed to do anything else with it. So, all right, we'll take this here, move it over here. Let's see if we have to do something else. In this stage, you will assemble the gearbox housing, including oil pan, and fit it into the bell housing.
Did you cut this open? Mm-hmm. Where? Where did you cut it?
I don't know.
Did you open it?
Maybe I didn't open this one. I had to if I took it off the...
No, you didn't.
There it is.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
That was perfectly cut, if I may. When you cut toward the body, you get a much better cut, and it's a lot even.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a lot more even. So you definitely want to cut toward the body all the time. Right?
No, that's not right.
Okay. Fixing the gearbox connector. Take the gearbox connector 05D and place it into the narrow end of 05C. We are basically taking this little bitty piece and we're putting it. Doesn't matter which way, it's identical. Looks identical. You think?
Mm-hmm. I don't think there's any primaries.
Okay. Works for me. That goes there, and then you flip it around. Screw it from the underside. Very well, but can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Some of these screws that go into metal are very tough, and you don't want to strip them. So you gotta kind of push really hard, you know, without. Assembling the bell housing. Insert the long edge of the bell housing connector, it's the other piece you gave me, through the slot in the bell housing plate.
I saw that.
Did you see it with the Wednesday?
I liked it.
Oh, okay.
10 Sundays until fall.
Oh, Addams Family. I remember from that movie, specifically, the radio station used to have, guess the movie line. And I remember I was at work, of all places, and we were listening to the radio, and they played that part from Addams Family Values where Gomez says he has my father's eyes. Mm-hmm. And Morticia says, get those out of his mouth. And I called up, that's Addams Family Values. And they were like, yeah, you won, yay. And I won like $1 or something.
$1?
Yeah. No, I don't even remember. It was so long ago. But all right, so we've got these two small pieces. And now it looks like they sandwiched together. All right. This goes... Is that right? Fit the left part here. That sticks out like that. We got that on there. And then that fits perfectly on there. Like it was meant to fit there.
Mm-hmm. It's perfect.
And these are EM screws. Would you mind handing me the final piece?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Oh.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. Here, put your hand out a second. Here, feel that. Like, even that piece is heavy. I mean,
it's very heavy.
Not super heavy, but heavy enough that when you think about all this stuff being put on the model, how heavy this doggone thing's going to be.
Right, it is.
I mean, holy crap.
Heavy.
All right. I think literally that's the oil. That's the dipstick. So you can check the oil.
That's really neat.
I think that...
Everything is so detailed.
I know it. Would you mind opening that, please?
Mm-hmm.
That designated opener.
Where you...
Who knows?
Cut this. Lift it off here. There we go.
All right. All right, the last stage. Left engine block, dipstick, and ignition wire junction. Well, the nice part is, there's only one way to put this on. Can't screw that up too bad. Somehow I find a way. Do you want me to do these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Damn. I would think, and I could be wrong, but I would think this would actually be a good stress reliever hobby for some people. A lot of times putting things together, doing puzzles, all that kind of stuff is always a great stress reliever. I know friends of mine are into similar kind of things, and it's a good thing. I need that little thing there, whatever that plate is.
Okay.
It's a really tiny little flap. This little piece, we have to put this little piece on. This is, what is it, you know? All right, now push the dipstick into the pinhole.
That's the only hole there.
That's it, yeah.
That must be it. That's got to be it. That's the only hole
That is so
there.
weird. Yeah, you're right.
That's it.
Look at that. It's like I suppose it would be a little loose in there, but that is the only hole. All right, move this out of the way. Assemble the cylinder head. Oh, it tabs in like that, and then the plate keeps it in place. Yeah, nice wish. There we go. Look at that. You know, it says Cadillac along that there. Pretty cool. All right, down like that. All right, that's good. Then this piece goes here, like that. And then the dipstick goes up through. It's pretty cool.
That's very cool.
In a, you know, so that will definitely stay there once you get this screwed in here. Okay, now look at that. That's all coming together there. Now the two screws go here. Yeah, see, and then the dipstick sits in there. Holds it in. That's pretty neat detail.
That is.
I like that. Okay, and then the final part is under there.
Right.
Okay, and this is the last screw of the evening.
Okay. Okay. I think it's in there. Yep.
Perfect.
We're good.
Can you show us that piece? Show off the finished piece here. Yeah. All right. That's it. Because the rest of the magazine is. There you go. That is it. Well, that's it. Another month has come and gone. That was pretty fun. Did you enjoy it?
I did, very much.
Yeah, I mean, it's, I don't know what it is about getting something in the mail like this and actually being able to put it together, especially when we get to do it together. It's just kind of fun. Something new, something exciting, I guess that's all you can really say. So you could see the Ecto-1 start to take shape this time. We have the whole front of the car really starting to come together with the fog lights and the license plate and everything, which is really cool. And then we put together the tire, and just to get an idea of how big the tire was going to be, which is cool. And then finally we had pieces of the engine, which was really, really awesome. And that little tiny dipstick so we can check the oil every now and again. It's just kind of cool, I don't know. Some of the detail is just really exciting. Now the only thing we didn't talk about was the binder, because we're not going to use it quite yet. But basically with this shipment, you get a free binder to hold all of your issues of the magazine. And if you open it up, it's got these little clips and they sort of pop in here, and then the magazines all slip inside. And then eventually this fills up and then you have to get another binder. We're going to wait on this until we get a full binder, and then we'll do a video on putting them all together, because we're still kind of reading the stuff right now. So, but that's the binder. We'll get into that later. So, Jennifer, shall we do the Jennifer's tally of malarkey that we went through during this build?
We shall. Let's get to it. The total amount of screws that we used for this build. Okay, BM screws, we used a total of 2. AP screws, we used a total of 13. DP screws, we used a total of 5. CM screws, we used a total of 3. EM screws, we used a total of 6. DM screws, we used a total of 9. And BP screws, we used a total of 4, bringing the total to 42 screws. And the amount of time it took us to do this build was 1 hour and 40 minutes to complete.
1 hour and 40 minutes. It would have been 17 or 18 minutes if I didn't put a couple parts on wrong, but we'll talk about that some other time, or never at all. Anyway, that's interesting. So we're averaging around 40 some screws so far each time we get a box. So we'll have to see what happens on the next one. All right. Well, hey, thanks everybody for joining us. We're really enjoying this. Not only the build itself, but the series. This has really, really been fun. And we will see you on the next one. Oh, did I put the license plate on backwards? Did we do the license? Did I?
Maybe it did. Who did?
Oh my God.
AM screws, we used a total of 8. BM screws, we used a total of 8. Nope, go back. This is the wrong build. Wrong one. Cut.
I believe this is a blooper for the end of the video.
Yes.
I'm gonna head out now.
Abadi.